Megamoto Prime followed Super Final Wars to the island where his father died. He looked around, couldn't see his son, nor Super Final Wars. He looked all over the place. He was expecting Super Final Wars to be here, but looks like he got here first. Not because he went underground and took an Hollow Earth entrance. But little did he knew, Super Final Wars was waiting for him already. Not realizing it, but Super Final Wars had already killed Megamoto Prime's son. And he even made sure that there was no evidence. Basically, he ate him. Super Final Wars saw that when Super Final Wars was a lot more younger, he saw the Megamoto Prime ate the baby Godzilla right in front of him. So this was him getting even. Not just that, Super Final Wars was close friends with that baby Godzilla. Megamoto Prime searched and searched, but he couldn't find neither Super Final Wars nor his son. He continued to look, but Super Final Wars was getting closer and closer to him. He was using a similar tactic in Disney's Dinosaurs the 2000 movie Disney's Dinosaur, where it's kind of towards his hunting style. And he hunted a Bruton and another Iguanodon. He was using that similar tactic. He always paid attention on how dinosaurs hunted, and used that in his Godzilla form. Super Final Wars grabbed a rock and then threw it into the river. Megamoto Prime turned around but couldn't see where the rock went or what went in the water. But then when he turned around, Super Final Wars ambushed him. Super Final Wars was managed to actually get really good hits on him. Where's my son? On Super Final Wars. Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure he's having a nice little trip. Super Final Wars licked his lips. Megamoto Prime grew angry. You ate my son? That's what you get for eating that baby Godzilla I was friends with a long time ago. Megamoto Prime just about had it with Super Final Wars. He grabbed him and slammed him on the ground. Super Final Wars quickly got back up and instantly and pushed him on the ground and then kicked him in the face. The fight was intense. Megamoto Prime got a few punches on Super Final Wars. Super Final Wars grabbed Super Final Wars' arm in his jaws and then slammed him on the ground. Super Final Wars ran in and scratched Megamoto Prime on the face multiple times. Super Final Wars When Megamoto Prime got angry, he picked him up and slammed him on the ground, then picked him up by his tail and swung him across the land. Super Final Wars was definitely not holding back. He was not holding back anything this time. Megamoto Prime used his Super Australia Wave on Super Final Wars, destroying Super Final Wars' dorsal spines, but they instantly grew back, due to him having a similar regenerative ability as Legendary Ghidorah did. Megamoto Prime got angry. Seriously? How the heck can you do that? Super Final Wars ran towards Megamoto Prime, grabbing his head and slamming on the mountain side like 5 times before Megamoto Prime kicked him off of him. Super Final Wars was ending the the godfather of the Maymutos, and he made sure that there was no descendants of him. Instantly, Maymuto Prime when I tried to call out for backup. But Super Fire grabbed another tree and then shoved it down deeply into Maymuto Prime's throat. Then he started scratching Maymuto Prime's chest. He then, and before he can make another attack, something grabbed his tail. He looked back and saw that it was the Queen Maymuto. He realized that Maymuto Prime actually had someone following him. Sir Flowers growled at this. He grabbed her and used her like a bat. And Maymuto Prime came charging in. He used the Queen Maymuto and then slammed her against Maymuto Prime, sending him flying. Maymuto Prime will have to admit, Sir Finals was definitely a lot more stronger than any other Mega Godzilla he faced before. Mainly because Sir Finals' his strength was increasing due to his anger and rage. The more Super Finals got angry, the more powerful and more stronger he was becoming. Not to say he was growing a bit more intelligent and more agile, while every time he continued to get more angry and angry. Instantly, Maymuto Prime, he didn't know why this was happening, but he instantly had flashbacks when he fought Super Final Wars' family members and killed them. And then he started having flashbacks when Super Final started killing his own kind one by one. Then he realized what this all meant. This was no ordinary revenge list. This was all on out a killing spree. Super Final Wars was not happy with the Maymuto's existence. Because of Maymuto Prime, they existed. Because of him, Super Final Wars has a deep hatred to the Maymutos. Because of him, Super Final Wars couldn't have a happy life with his family. And Maymuto Prime ended up realizing that he ended up causing a similar pain to his own subjects. He ended up realizing where this whole revenge list was meaning to. It was all pointing to him. Before he could say anything, Super Final Wars ended up uppercutting him and punching him in the face. He ended up breaking one of his back legs. He grabbed him and slammed him on the ground multiple times. Maymuto Prime was about to reason with Super Final Wars, but then he decided to give up on that. Because the more he was going to try to be soft on Super Final Wars, the more of an easier target it was going to make him. He then saw the anger and rage in Super Final Wars' eyes. Super Final Wars ended up using his Red Spot Ray Atomic Breath, which severely hurt Maymuto Prime. Super Final Wars then grabbed his other arm and broke it instantly, snapping it, and not just kept ripping it off. Maymuto Prime screamed out in pain as he tried to get away from Super Final Wars. He was now flat out terrified of him now. Super Final Wars was not holding anything back. He was full on in kill mode. Maymuto Prime tried to run, but then he started having flashbacks when Kong felt the same way when Godzilla was going on rage mode on him. Super Final Wars grabbed his other arm and threw him across the valley. Maymuto Prime slammed into it against the wall. he was badly injured, with scars, scratches, bite marks, and bruises all over him. Not to mention, he was missing one arm, and his back leg was broken. And not just that, Super Finals was carrying a huge advantage because 7 years ago, Super Finals was clawed out one of his eyes. So he could only see from one eye. And that eye was his right eye. He can't see from his right side. Super Finals is using that as an advantage. Before he knew it, he saw Super Finals was charging right at him. Mayweather to try and dodge. Actually, he went instantly left. But Super Finals ended up hitting him with his tail. Mayweather Prime's on his back, but he kept on trying to crawl away from Super Final Wars. Super Final Wars roared at him. "Where do you think you're going?" Super Final Wars grabbed his broken leg and then slammed it on the ground. Mayweather Prime cried out in pain. He kicked him with his other leg. But that didn't work either, because that just made Super Final Wars even more angry. Super Final Wars ended up jumping onto Mayweather and then scratching him all over his entire body. And then placed his foot down on Mayweather Prime. And Mayweather Prime ended up punching him in the leg, but it didn't even work. Super Final Wars wasn't even phased. He didn't. Him slammed his foot down on his chest again. Mayweather Prime could hear bones breaking within inside of him. And before he knew it, he was staring at Super Final Wars in his raged, angry eyes. They were pure dark red, with no pupils. Mayweather Prime, for the first time in a long time, he was actually scared. He understood why, like Kingdom Death 3, Godzilla 2000, Super Godzilla Earth, Mecha Super Godzilla Earth, and Dark Dragon. You understand why all of them were afraid of him. It was because of his anger, his rage, the fact that he was the most powerful one in his team. It even made sense a bit more to Mayweather Prime. Super Final Wars was growling at him, but then with an instant, Super Final Wars roared at his face. Mayweather Prime growled at this, and he roared back. The two just stared at each other for a little bit. "Not so tough now, are you, Mayweather Prime? It's time for you to meet your end." "Wait, Super Final Wars, we can talk things out. Just give me another chance, and I'll make it up to you." "Oh, don't worry, you'll make it up to me, alright. Once you're dead." Super Final Wars lifted up his foot and then crushed Mayweather Prime's head. Instantly, his body barely looked recognizable. Super Final Wars looked at the sky and roared in triumph. And Queen Mayweather, she bowed to him, basically asking him for forgiveness. "I'll let you live, but tell your species to not F with me ever again, or otherwise, you won't be so lucky." "Yes, sir." She instantly started taking off running. And Mayweather Prime was a message. If anyone wanted to challenge him, they better step up. If not, then submit to him as their alpha.